Welcome to, finally, I'm going to say the official first episode of our YouTube show titled Pop Cultured. Let's be honest. It's just a video version of the fantastic fun time that we had doing Pop Cultured in the radio, in the station, on the radio. And but we're back in video form officially. We've tried a couple times. This is more or less the official show. So I'm Greg Silverscreen Sheen. If you don't know me, I'm going to reintroduce myself as Greg Silverscreen Sheen, former radio host, and of course,
with the most,
as always, Neil Temple of Doom, my co-host, still here. We're in the pandemic and. What is this? Breakout number 4 or 3 or lockdown 3, whatever.
Month 13 of hell. But hey,
there we go.
Things are getting better though.
But exactly,
people are getting shots. They're getting their shots.
I did. I got my first shot of AstraZeneca a week ago, as of taping. Yeah. And I got my final shot in August of this year. So, and I'll be fully vaccinated. So that'll be nice. So yeah, I can. It's not like, I don't know. Not a whole lot changes other than you're not going to die. So more or less, exactly. You still got to wear masks and socially distance, wear your head, blah blah blah. But if everybody's vaccinated, then party time. Just like the South Park episode. Anyway, so yes, welcome to Pop Cultured, where you heard in the intro that Neil put in there at the beginning with his editing skills. Let's shout out to Neil Temple of Doom editing the video with his newly repaired computer back up and running, and now he can edit as he has been. He's been putting out a couple test videos, doing some reviews of things. You can check him out on his YouTube channel, which will soon import a lot of content over to the official Pop Cultured YouTube channel.
The Pop Cultured's going to need its own YouTube channel as well as Neil Temple's YouTube channel. So everything's shared on the Facebook page, of course, as well. So don't forget to check that out and click like and follow us and check out all the updates.
Pop Cultured Canada, hashtag Pop Cultured Canada. You'll find us. And like it. It's that simple. We don't really, get in your face. We just occasionally post something. We could be doing it some more, but we don't want to be annoying you. So we just want to
talk about what's worth talking about.
Yeah, like
what everyone's talking about.
The link to the show and to absolutely can't ignore pop culture news. You'll find it there.
Indeed.
So we're going to talk about stuff that we can only talk about in a lockdown pandemic, and that's streaming movies, streaming television shows, and TV shows. Traditional TV. He's still got cable. I don't. And video games. They're still spurting those out, and also just general things that you can kind of get on the cheap. I'll tell you how. But other than that, you're welcome to our show. But anyway, streaming news What are we talking about here? We want to talk about television streaming news or movie streaming? Well, because they're kind of in the same category.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you could choose.
Theaters are closed right now, folks.
Yeah. So it's all TV. These days, right? But
home viewing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about cable shows. We could talk about streaming. Obviously, there's lots going on with Disney Plus, with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
And the
Loki
Mighty
coming
Ducks
out soon.
And everything.
Mighty Ducks. I have not watched
Loki
Mighty Ducks
soon. Yes.
Yet. But yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that's streaming. Thank you for bringing that up. And WandaVision, which in a nutshell, I thought it was all right. It was pretty good. It was definitely original. It was original.
It had a kind of so ending, I thought.
It didn't really end off
the best. Ending, kind of,
But that's behind us.
It was good.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We've both seen the complete season.
Yes.
Or the mini-series, whatever they want to go. I don't know. I've heard rumblings that there might be a season 2. Obviously, if you're listening to this, watching this right now, there is going to be spoilers. So that's just how our show works. If it's already aired and there's a good buffer, we're not going to pop on here the day after it's been you know, by the time this is on YouTube, it's been probably a week at least. So,
yeah, probably. You know, people are like, yeah, we already saw that.
Yeah, anyway, so spoiler alert. So we're going to talk about right now, because it is a streaming reviews and news. So this review, we'll talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought I'll give it right out the gate. Let's just get these out of 10. Okay. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I really, really dug it. Now, I don't know any of the backstory of U.S. Agent or, any of these characters other than what has been in the Avengers movies or, right in your face, like, Captain America. And, I knew of Falcon and stuff like
Captain
that.
America.
He's
Captain America gone bad.
Yeah, kind of.
That's the idea. I do remember U.S. Agent John Walker in the comics,
like I know
especially in the
it.
early 90s.
Yeah, the black suit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought Wyatt Russell did a really good job of portraying that character. What did you think of the Flag Smashers, though? The main antagonists. I
thought they were okay. Like I liked the idea of a rogue group of super soldiers that got some super soldier serum, which obviously gives you a little bit of a mean streak. As well, though.
Rage, right?
Rage. It gives you a little bit of rage, where that's why, Captain America, Steve Rogers, was picked, because he was so pure and he was so innocent that even with that edge, he still was a nice guy, because there was just they had to pick literally the nicest, sweetest guy to become a super soldier, and it worked.
Yeah.
But then regular, everyday people... It's just at least this serum, recipe had a little bit of a rage edge to it. As villains, I thought they were pretty cool. I thought it was neat. Once again, I don't know of any of these from the comic book. I have nothing to compare it to other than what I saw, and I thought every episode was really good. I liked it. I liked the way it had that, Winter Soldier Civil War feel to it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of kind of espionage spy stuff within the Marvel universe. I liked it. I really did. I just, there was a couple, like, I don't know. And so Julia Louis-Dreyfus shows up in an episode and a little bit, in a little kind of cameo as well in another episode. Walker. So of course that's when she pretty much gives John Walker the identity of, you're now U.S. agent. Right. That's your name. Yeah. So because he was the wannabe, not really. He wasn't a wannabe. He was assigned to be the new Captain America. He was a little reluctant on it, but he did the best he could until he fucked up. Yeah. Simple as that.
Because he took the super soldier serum, and that led
he had an opportunity
which led to him killing not even the right person, but one of the Flag Smashers
and he killed his partner.
Right. It was Carly, the leader of the Flag Smashers, that killed his partner. Hoskins was his name. And so he gives into his rage for his need for vengeance, and I guess the super soldier serum, makes him go crazy. I can't believe the actor Wyatt Russell, yes, the son of Kurt Russell,
and Goldie Hawn,
yes, indeed. You can tell. I mean, he's blonde and he's got the look of Snake Plissken.
No, I know.
He's good. He's really good, especially playing villains. I find, but he's more of a tragic hero because he was a war hero, but then he gave into his need to take the serum and then go nuts once his friend was killed, and he wanted, vengeance, blind vengeance.
Yes, that was pretty brutal. That scene there when he was just hacking away. He was using the Captain America shield as like. I'm surprised, I was like, oh my god, I didn't cut the dude in half, did he? But no, like literally smashed him to smash the guy to death with the edge of the Captain America shield. So it was just filled with blood, and it was very graphic. And that was honestly, when you say, oh, that's a jaw-dropping moment, that was for me. I was sitting there and I'm watching the credits roll, and I'm just like,
all the blood dripping from the shield.
I was like, whoa. That was a jaw-dropping moment. I liked it. I really dug it. I did. I thought they did a good job. The effects were good. Yes. It was like you're watching a continuation of the movies with these characters. Like the quality was that good, and they weren't too long. They were just 40 to 50-minute long episodes there. And I dug it. And once again, whereas Neil, he knows more about the comic book lore of DC and Marvel than I do. I used to collect comic books, but I didn't really read them when I was younger. I read them now, but I didn't when I was younger, where he actually did read the stories and pay attention and and go out there and get the 6 issues of whatever storyline. So he's more of a purist that way. So,
Yeah.
So he grades it with a curve, as where, that's the great thing about this, this show is that you're going to get, we all have our strengths, you know what I mean? So I watch it as a entertainment TV show, movies, that way, but he knows the real stories behind it, as when you read a book and you watch the adaptation of that book movie, you're like, oh, they didn't do it right, they left out this, that, what the hell, they changed this. I don't have that usual comparison, but he does. So what did you think of to wrap it up, like, what did you think of the show? Yeah. What did you think of the show?
6 episodes of fun, and yes, knowing the comics, which is a different perspective, and that's good to have those 2 different perspectives. People that they've just seen the MCU movies or whatever, maybe some cartoons, and that's it. And then whereas me, where it's like, yes, I know exactly how this John Walker character behaved and everything, so I know what's coming. Blah blah blah. So what I think about the show was that they did a really good job in many areas, especially the action sequences. We got George St. Pierre back as Batroc from Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
I don't even think he really died.
I don't know. Yeah, well, Sharon Carter, spoiler, Sharon Carter shot him. And she got shot as well, but she survived.
Was she the Taskmaster or something? Was that?
No. The Taskmaster, that's the villain from Black Widow.
No, what's her name?
Sharon Carter wound up being the power broker.
Power broker, and it was something like
yeah. But, so the one
Taskmaster, power broker, whatever. Same vibe.
Yeah. It's a pretty good show. It's a decent show. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really love Zemo. I loved seeing him back.
He was very likable character. I don't know if they did it on purpose or what, but he was like, it was just one of those kind of, at least in this version of him, he was definitely a likable character in his dance.
He's just got this voice that's just almost like... It's almost like Peter Lorre.
Yeah.
No, it's really good.
And he finally went by Baron Zemo this time.
Yes, and he finally got the mask as well.
Yes.
So
the purple mask.
More, fan service for the comic fanboys like myself. So I did enjoy it. I mean, it didn't blow my socks off. I really thought that Falcon shined brightly throughout this thing. I mean, this show basically winds up being all about him. And some, Bucky too, looking for closure. Trying to find closure with the family of the people that he assassinated when he was under the influence as the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
so
redemption.
A lot of good stuff going on there. So I did really enjoy it. I thought, definitely worth watching.
And Falcon becomes Captain America.
Final spoiler.
Yeah, well, but I thought that was cool because unfortunately I saw on a YouTube thumbnail like him in that uniform, because obviously the episode before he gets a suitcase or a package, and I knew it was a new uniform, but I didn't know what it looked like, so I was like, damn it, and so I spoiled that for myself. But it looked awesome on him, and he really kicked ass as the new Captain America, and I look forward to him being
fly now.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that awesome? Captain America can fly now.
So this is our new Captain America. If there's new Avenger movies, anything, Captain America 4
is coming.
It's coming, and it's going to be.
They announced it. Yeah.
It's going to be the new Captain America, and he's awesome. So Sam Wilson, right? Is it Sam Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was just trying to think of what his name. Yeah, Sam Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. I liked it. I dug it.
Anthony Mackie.
Yes, that's right.
They all do a great job acting. The acting on the show is superb. The Wakanda warrior women and everything.
Oh yeah, there's good.
Kick the shit out of John Walker.
Good cameos. You had Don Cheadle in there as well. He showed up in an episode as James Rhodey and a War Machine, obviously.
Yep. And one last appearance I got to say is Carl Lumbly played Isaiah Bradley, the super soldier. Remember the guy that Sam went to go visit near the end? That's the voice of Martian Manhunter from Justice League Unlimited.
Yes, he was the Black Captain America that was
right.
was apparently before his time jailed for being the Black Captain America, which I thought was
So he didn't believe
I learned something new in this. It's actually there was a story written about all that stuff. So
so Bradley was naturally bitter, after being saying, and he was jailed for like 30 years and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous because I guess they were probably afraid of him and his powers and stuff. And,
that's the only way they could. Yeah,
just a tool and a liability. So, but anyway, Falcon and Winter Soldier looks good. Loki's coming. Can't wait for Loki, June. Man, that's definitely gonna be worth the price of Disney Plus subscription, I think. Because I've been hearing great things about Loki, and the last two, WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, were both pretty good, you know? They were both
Loki looks good. It looks interesting, that's for sure.
I don't know about repeat viewings. Like, I don't know if I'm going to ever want to watch these series again.
No.
Or if I just want, I'll just watch the new one once,
Although I wouldn't mind, owning Mandalorian on 4K. That would be nice to own season 1 and 2 of that. So hopefully they do physical releases of that. But let's be honest here. How are Disney making their money? They're getting subscribers to subscribe to the channel to watch it there. Whereas, at this point there's not as much demand for physical copies. In North America, I think they do have physical copies in other countries because they don't stream there or whatever. So that's the only way they can get it out. But, so if you really want a physical copy, you'd have to get it from Deutschland or something like that. It'd be like
from the Germans,
or something like that, from like Germany or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the big kind of streaming. Because what else did also going back to Justice League, we both dug it. There is going to be
Snyder Cut.
Yeah, the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut. The good version of it.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is the
great masterpiece.
Title,
We both agreed on that. And so there
Long
is
but
going
good.
to be, talking about physical releases, there is going to be a physical release of Justice League at, you get your Steelbook at Best Buy. You'll probably be able to get, not the DVD, maybe the DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K versions at probably Walmart and stuff like that. So there is going to be a so you don't have to, get HBO Max or watch it on Crave if you want. But if you're like, oh, I wish I could watch it on my 4K player on my 85-inch OLED TV that's got super surround sound, blah, 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 blah. That is going to be happening, and I think it comes out next month, May. Comes out in May. Close to my birthday, I think, because that's why May pops to mind. Because also, speaking of streaming, I'm looking forward to Army of the Dead. That opens up, or that streams on my birthday. So that's kind of cool. That's I'll be watching that on my birthday for sure. So that one looks good. There's lots of every weekend there is a new, or every week there's a new Netflix movie or show that drops. They said that they have enough to fill a week, to have something new every week this year. So just tune in, and there's tons of stuff to watch. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I just finished Snowpiercer season 2 on Netflix as well. And
I have not watched any of that yet.
Pretty good. Sean Bean.
It looks good, but
plays just a despicable human being who thinks he's God because it's his train. And I don't know, should I spoil? No, I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but there is a big spoiler in season 2. So if you've seen it, probably. But anyway, I'm not sure if they're going to do season 3. They haven't confirmed if they're going to do that yet or not, but I hope so. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
On the old Snowpiercer. Yeah, I mean, but you were kind of touching on movies. I guess movies. They're pretty much
so much. I know. I'm that's why I was lost in a trance there for a second. I'm like trying to narrow down. I'm like, shit. What the hell?
It feels like
watch so much.
We could just have movies, TV, and streaming. It's all just together.
In
one category now.
Yeah,
because we don't go out. To the
before
movies.
When we had the radio show, we could separate these things because there was the theater experience. There was the occasional streaming show that's now it's just it is. It's an avalanche of entertainment.
Yeah. So with movies, very likely to watch them at home this year. What movie? I know. What movie though are you looking forward to the most? Which movie would you be willing to pay the $25-$30 or whatever to rent?
Yeah, it's usually between $24 and $29 for the early access of these movies, like Mortal Kombat, which is out.
Yes,
you have seen it.
Talk about that in a moment.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm gonna have to
no
maybe
spoilers.
walk away and I don't know, plug my ears.
No, I'll just well, he doesn't want any. He doesn't want to know anything.
I don't want to know anything. I got to watch it.
Maybe I'll do a separate review then.
Maybe, yeah. You know what?
We'll do that instead. I'll do a separate review.
So there you go. Tune in Neil's YouTube channel, which the video will eventually be moved over to the Pop Culture channel when it has its first christening and is officially available. So yeah, do that.
Absolutely. So what movie are you most looking forward to?
Narrowing it down. There's
Renting from Home.
Well, you know what? The first one that kind of comes to mind, you might, this is once again, I can't think of everything that's coming out at this point in time, but the one that goes bing that I'm kind of looking forward to the most is The Suicide Squad.
Oh, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Yes,
The Suicide Squad.
John Cena.
Yeah, it just looks good. It looks funny.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, so we know what James Gunn can do with superhero properties. And now, with it being R-rated, we don't have that Disney, cap on top that's like, you can't, so... as we know with DC movies, they can go very dark. So and R-rated. So that's what I'm looking forward to, at the top of my head this summer, which is in August, I believe it's coming out.
Yeah, I think so. King Shark, voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, perfect. And so anyway, that's gonna be pretty good. So I'm looking forward to that. What about you?
I'm looking forward to Ghostbusters Afterlife, November 11th.
Damn, that's right.
And Dune, October 1st. So, Ghostbusters Afterlife, that's kind of an easy one. We got to see another kind of silly little trailer for it with the mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the package in the grocery store.
Those will sell lots of toys.
Shopping. Yeah. They'll definitely sell toys like gangbusters for sure.
They'll have the blind bag, I bet you, of them, so you can get whatever. They'll have different ones. Look, mine's charred a little bit on the side because he got lit on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? If I was a kid, I'd be collecting that stuff, guaranteed. Because that was the one thing I wanted when I was a kid. They had. It was so stupid too. It was a ghost in a can. Do you remember that?
I think
when it first came out, there was a couple things that were released with when Ghostbusters came out in '84. They had very little things, and there was also a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. There was it wasn't the real Ghostbusters one. It was it was just it didn't even move. It was just the statue of it, but I wanted it so bad. And the ghost in the can, it was literally a can, empty sealed can, with a Ghostbusters symbol on it that said, "Ghost in a can, do not open, you release it." So that was it. I always wanted that. If you look on eBay for a ghost in a can, those things are expensive for literally a can of air. Who the hell was that? Anyway, but Ghostbusters. That's definitely a good choice. I'm looking forward to Ghostbusters. I think they're pretty much calling it Ghostbusters 3 Afterlife now.
You think so?
I think that's. I'm seeing it pop up as Ghostbusters 3. I don't know if that's something that has changed over its delay of release and second thoughts of I'm sure. Once again, I think I've mentioned this before. If you're a director and you've got a little extra time to tweak a little here and there and have a second thought, or maybe I don't think there's any reshoots or anything that happened, but something that you might rejig, edit. He had the chance to do that, so I don't know if over time it's turned into Ghostbusters 3 Afterlife, because it is a sequel to Ghostbusters 2 and all that. So
I guess so, because it is a direct sequel. It also could be simultaneously a nice effort to stamp out the bad memory of the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that was to answer the call. Yeah, answer the call.
Never happened.
Hello.
Never happened.
Hi. This movie's shit. That's the call. Yeah.
Don't answer the call.
Don't answer it. Don't answer it. It's terrible.
And I love the cast of that movie. That was a great cast, and they're all very good in their roles. It's just a bad idea.
It has nothing to do with it being female.
Moving on. 5 years later, so here we are.
It's a shit movie.
Yeah. So 5 years later, we've got the descendant of Spangler, right? Who's mainly the main lead of the kids, I guess, in this.
It's his granddaughter.
Right.
Or grandchildren.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it's got the brother as well. It's his grandchildren, because it's got the kid from Stranger Things, Finn Wolfhard.
Right.
So he's the teenager, and then you got the preteen girl that's his sister. So, and then the single mother, which I would assume, I don't know if their dad is the offspring of Egon Spengler and their dad passed away and they're with their mom, or is the mom the daughter of Egon Spengler, which is still yet to be revealed in the movie. One thing that Bill Murray did spill is that he accidentally spilt that he said that he was excited to suit up again in the new one. So let me say that at least Bill Murray is going to suit up again. Let's assume the rest of Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd suit up again. They can do it in a funny way that it could be like, Dan Aykroyd, he'll do it for a laugh. He'll put it on, it'll probably be way too fucking tight. And, it'll just look hilarious. He's just this thing doesn't fit anymore. So I
still
think
fits, kind of.
I know it's in good hands. So yeah, good choice, man. I'm really looking forward to Afterlife for sure, man.
Yep, and you got some nice Ghostbusters figures right here. Just speaking of which,
these are Weta Collectibles. These are made by literally the FX shop Weta. They the people that worked on Ghostbusters designed these, and so these are actually manufactured in New Zealand at Weta, and so they have 7 of them, and so here's 5. The 2 that I'm missing is there's an exclusive glow-in-the-dark Slimer that was like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive last year, and then there is Gozer. And I thought you gotta have Slimer and the Ghostbusters, and they look amazing. So those I had to get them all. They're not cheap, but they're not like, $200 each or anything. They're, if you get them brand new, they're around $30-40 each. So I got Venkman and Spengler first, and then he was released, but I couldn't get him, and I was like, damn. So I was able to get him. So good old heroes. I said, put on hold Slimer and Winston and Stance, Ray Stance. So give them all, and I'll take them. So they look great. Ghostbusters. It's just, and this is just background as well. But this is from Heroes as well.
The Sith Lords from Power
Sith
of
Lords,
the Jedi.
yeah.
So that's about 20 years ago.
He's chopped in half, and his arm comes off. You can even do the damage. You can just slice him in half, and Darth Vader's hand comes off. And he's got eyebrows, so this is pre special edition, I guess, or the special. No, sorry, the Blu-ray version of it.
He's got the Groucho Marx eyebrows going.
Hey, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. The other morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How the elephant got in my pajamas, I'll never know. Yes. Yeah. I know. Wow, that's almost 100 years ago. Hey,
still funny though.
Yeah, it's still relevant in pop culture.
Funny is funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Marx Brothers are funny.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to Dune. I don't know. A lot of people are kind of like, I don't care. But because I loved Blade Runner 2049,
I'll watch it.
Man,
but I'm not as stoked as like you and your roommate Sky are. So
I really want to see it in the theater. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, but. Who knows? I'll see it on the biggest TV I can, at least. But did you want to talk about wrestling at all, or is that just kind of lame?
You know what? I do watch a wee bit of wrestling. I do follow the wrestling news.
WrestleMania,
Wrestle Talk is your greatest daily resource for wrestling news. Wrestle Talk. They're from England, and they're awesome, and they're funny as hell. And they just give you the news. It's just good. So that's where I do. So what I'm trying to say is that I do keep up with wrestling news. I do not necessarily watch all the shows, but I am up to date with the wrestling world. There we go. That was a long fucking...
All right. Any thoughts on the latest WrestleMania?
I'm not really a big fan of WWE's product, unless it's NXT.
Not these days.
NXT is pretty good at times. I'm more of an AEW fan. And I had one of... and of course, there's... when live wrestling is happening, there's... wrestling fan groups like Wrestling Nerds and also Scumbags of Wrestling. So I had the other week I was hooking Trevor up with some wrestling memorabilia that I just had no use for. So he came over talking about it, wrestling, and I'm an AEW guy. If I had to choose my wrestling program that I really actually do try to watch, or at least watch the highlights of, because is AEW. I don't really watch Dynamite because it's unless it's clips, but TNA Dark, Dynamite Dark is on YouTube, and it's like a 2-hour-long program of AEW. It's like, you know, the dark matches and like the undercard stuff, and it's just as good. And they even got bigs, like, you know, the big names are on there too. So you can watch AEW essentially for free on YouTube if you watch After Dark. That's what's called, the AEW After Dark, and it's good. So it's hosted by their commentary Tez. Yeah. So
anyway.
If you really liked him doing it, you know, if you play
anyway.
SmackDown or whatever it was, Raw versus SmackDown.
He used to say anyway like all the time. That was just
anyways.
But no, yeah, that's awesome. And I did watch WrestleMania. And
both nights?
Wow. Yeah, and it was like, okay. I mean, I wasn't happy with the result, but then I guess that's kind of the idea, is the direction what they're going, and kind of makes sense. Roman Reigns retaining his title is just, I don't know, it's just so bland.
Yeah, but Paul Heyman, he's awesome.
Paul Heyman is awesome, yes.
He's such a
I
good
did
mouthpiece.
like, you know, the best match of the night was the Asuka versus Rhea Ripley match, which was, I think, supposed to originally be Charlotte versus Asuka for the title, for the women's title, but then Charlotte's boyfriend got released, and then
Andrade,
Charlotte made a stink.
Yeah, he's now a free agent.
Left her off the card, and now they're using
They're
her as
still-
part of the storyline.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but they're still kind of dicking her around though, which is fine because she had so many chances. Like she's been at the top too long and too quickly. Charlotte Flair, like I get it that it's Ric Flair's daughter, yibbity yibbity, who gives a shit? You know, like I'm just tired of seeing her. She keeps showing up and looking different every time. It's like slow down on the plastic surgery. She looks like Big Bird, man. Anyway, most of the female wrestlers are all beautiful, but some just overdo the plastic surgery. It's like, oh god, stop it.
Yeah.
But other than that,
talk about.
And then I still watch the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast show. I like watching that when they go fig hunting and stuff like that. And it's fun because they always go into these really cool, like places like here in London, like Heroes, that, really good shops. Some of them just only deal with wrestling figures, but then most of these places that they go to have Star Wars, and of course these guys are fans of other shit other than wrestling figures, like Star Wars figures, and so it's kind of cool doing these virtual walkthroughs with them, like in whatever town in middle of nowhere America that has this really cool comic book shop, that has action figures. So it's a great little show to watch. So that's highly recommend. I watch that on a regular, and still YouTube viewing is Karen, all the Karen videos. I love watching. There's Karen Apocalypse. There's Public Freakout.
Karen's in the Wild.
Karen's in the Wild. I watch it all the time. Yeah. The lady that just yells "fuck you" so loud at the beginning. Fuck you! Yeah. Karen's in the Wild. Yeah. Oh shit! I don't know why it's so much fun. Some of them are frustrating as hell to watch, and also Police Activity as well. Still watching a lot of Police Activity. Yeah. It's like every day there's a friggin' shooting video. Yeah. Oh my god. But then you get to see everything unbiased in these videos. So you see the cops doing wrong, and you see the criminals doing wrong. Most of it is as cut and dry as you could be like, well, clearly they were trying to shoot that cop, and the cop shot them first. Yeah. That's justified.
There's a lot of
We're not,
YouTube.
And this is every color under the sun. This is not. It's not just they just shoot black people. No. There's the white people. There's the crazy people. There's a good balance out there, folks. And the cops aren't always right. So it's a very interesting, unbiased channel to watch. There's no commentary, nothing. It's just like, here it is. Watch it from beginning to end. This is what we're presented with. And some of this shit is like literally like a day or two old. You look at the date, like that's stamped on, because all the body cams that the cops wear now, everything's recorded. And it's all date stamped. So I'm like, when was this from? I'm like, oh my god, this was from like 2 days ago. It's like, that's how quickly this shit comes out. So, and if you ever go on the news and there's like a story about a police shooting or something like that, and you want to know more about it, go to that channel, because they will have most likely that video in its entirety. They do blur out some stuff, which is for the best. If there's anything graphic or whatever, they do blur it out. But you kind of at least are able to make up your own mind of what you saw from a first person's perspective, you know, it's like, well, if you're in that situation, then yeah, maybe you would have done it differently, or you would have been like, yeah, I totally would have done that. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So anyway, it's an interesting YouTube channel to watch called Police Activity. It's fun. It's fun to watch. No, it's not fun. It's not fun to watch. It's educational. It's educational because you do get to see, you know, how hard a police officer's job really is. And that's on all aspects of, like, you know, could be trying to get a dog out of a hot car, a baby choking on something, you know, just all sorts of shit. You know, saving a cat out of the tree. You know, helping a young man tie his tie. You know, you got him on speeding, and he was speeding to get to, you know, his graduation with his tie untied. And what does the cop do? Pulls him over in the parking lot and says, you know what? Here, let me help you with your tie. Ties it, send him on his way. There's all sorts of shit. There's from everything good, bad, and everything in between. And it's an interesting view of how hard of a job it is for those guys and gals. Yeah. So, anyway.
YouTube.
YouTube. It's good and it's bad.
Where we are right now.
You just have to use it responsibly.
Yeah.
YouTube. Use it responsibly. That's pretty much all it is.
Please YouTube responsibly.
Exactly. Yeah, YouTube responsibly.
Oh, my.
But anyway, I mean, there's no conventions. Online conventions are lame. So no point in talking about those. You know, good luck to them, but no thank you. You know,
what about the virtual Oscars this year? Do you want to talk about that?
Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Thank you for bringing that. I didn't even know the Oscars were happening. It's literally happening tonight as of recording.
Yeah, so this will be old news by the time anyone watches this.
Yeah, so...
But we can still guess and see if
I hope Borat wins stuff. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the Sacha Baron Cohen?
Whatever Borat is nominated for, I hope
actor?
They win. And I think also isn't Maria Bakalova is nominated as supporting actress or actor.
So she deserves to be anyway.
Oh yeah.
The one lock.
Oh fuck, man! I had to pause it when like that. That was just like one of those things I could watch over and over again. Almost piss my pants.
Yeah, that was a really funny movie. I think the only lock for the Oscar might be Daniel. I want to say Kaluuya, but that's like the alcohol drink. So, but anyway, he's the star from Get Out. You know him. He's
British,
right? And he hosted Saturday Night Live.
Which I didn't know until I was like, oh, he's British.
He hosted Saturday Night Live not too long ago as well. But
what's the name of that movie? Was it?
His movie that he's in is called Judas and the Black Messiah, which is about the leader of the Black Panther Party and how he was, I believe, he was killed by police in a raid in his own apartment and everything. So it's actually a really great story, and the idea that they're based on true events. But Sacha Baron Cohen is also nominated for playing a character who led a protest against the Vietnam War.
Oh, the 7.
Abby Hoffman was his name, yeah. And Sacha Baron Cohen apparently is like also a lock to get an Oscar for this. I think they're both competing against each other. So you got Daniel and Sacha competing, and that'll be interesting to see who wins.
Yeah.
So, because we think it's going to be one of the two for sure. But who knows? Best Picture, people are saying Nomadland's going to win Best Picture, but I don't know. As of playing back this recording tomorrow, you know, it could be completely a different movie that wins. I have no idea what movie's going to win.
It's weird, yeah, how it all... Yeah, you know, I don't know.
It's a real toss-up, and of course everything's virtual, like Zoom Oscars. You know?
They'll probably have some people like they did with the Grammys. Like they did actually have some people there on the stage. Obviously there was no audience, but they did have a podium. You know, they did have most of the winners and stuff like that were, you know, Zoom call. So yeah, I guess because Bill Burr was a presenter, and he was also nominated for a comedy album.
Right. Yeah.
So they did really have it there, like because they're like, oh, did the winners know ahead of time that they're winning? He's like, no. He's like, I was literally standing there with a guy with a Grammy who was ready to give it to me if I won. And he's like, and I didn't fucking win. So he just turns around and walks away. He's like, it's fucking humiliating. He's like, I would have rather been in the audience and had the, you know, like the clap and like, oh, you know, good luck, happy for the other person. But he's like, no, somebody literally said, you want to have it? No, I can't have it. He walked away. He's like, that's the way he explained it. Was hilarious.
It is kind of ridiculous. I mean,
so yeah,
giving out trophies is kind of silly. It's almost like just the reading of the name is maybe all it should be these days or something because of this pandemic. But anyway. It's
annoying. So yeah, we're still in the pandemic. Yeah, we're not wearing masks or anything like that. No. I wear masks out in stores, don't get me wrong. I do wear masks where they are necessary. I'm not an anti-masker at all. I'm not that fucking person. So, I'll play by the rules, and when everything's cool and we can not wear masks, and great. But if I'm outside walking my dog, if I'm in my car, if I'm in my house, I've already had one vaccination shot. Doesn't mean like I can't pass on COVID, but if I get it, I've got lesser symptoms. That's pretty much what it boils down to with the one shot. When I get my second shot, I got a better chance of not getting it at all. So anyway, that's just how I roll. I'm about masks, but I'm not crazy. I'm not wearing them all the time. I'm careful. I wash my hands. I try to social distance. I have my social circle is very small. So whatever. It is what it is. I don't go visit my parents, my elderly parents. I'd love to, but I don't.
It's been over a year for me since I've seen my parents.
Yeah, see, and I was able to go and visit my parents when there was those pockets of, that we were allowed to do so. So, other than that, when my parents play by the rules, I probably wouldn't. But, since they play by the rules, I don't go over and visit them.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to, drop off some flowers to my mom on Mother's Day that I do every year. I get her a nice hanging basket of flowers. So even if I got to walk through their garage into the backyard and hang it up on a hook and wave at them in the backyard through a window, that's what I'm doing then. So anyway, I don't know. It sucks, but it is what it is. So we'll try to make the best of it by bringing you what pop culture news is available at the time. So. But other than that, I think we should just wrap it up. Yeah. So get your shots, get vaccinated, and get back to what as close to normal as possible, as soon as possible. Yeah. So let's just all get vaccinated. Just sign up, do your part. Gen X really showed up for that. I'm really proud of our generation. Really,
40-somethings.
Yeah, we're the ones that are just sitting back and locked away and just like, okay. We want a shot. Oh, you got shots for us? We all lined up for them. Sign up.
Yep.
Rexall.ca, shoppersdrugmart.ca, or PC, .ca. You can.
That's super easy and convenient.
Yeah. And if you have a mom and pop pharmacy, walk in, see if they're doing vaccinations, and you never know. They might be like, you know what? Sit down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, here, fill out this form, and we'll give you a shot right now. So, especially if you're in a lower populated area, I know people in Toronto and Hamilton had a little bit of a harder time doing it, but in London here, didn't really have a problem. Signed up for it on a Thursday, got the shot on a Tuesday, following Tuesday. So that wasn't too bad. So I only had to wait, 4 or 5 days. It's just a crapshoot, but I have asthma, so I, definitely am a higher risk. If you have any lung, disadvantages or ailments or diseases, then yeah, definitely write it down. That might bump you ahead, because I was honest. I was like, yeah, I got asthma, so I could. It's a lung, it invades your lungs badly. So, if you have asthma, then get your ass out there and get a shot, or you could die.
Yeah,
simple as that.
The sooner you get the shot, the sooner we can get back to conventions and concerts. And
yes, all that stuff. Oh God,
I miss that.
So anyway, that's enough about COVID-19. Yeah, get your shots. Yeah. But anyway, we'll come back for another episode sooner than later. Hopefully this one works out as well as it looks and sounds to us right now. And we'll get to Neil. He'll do his editing, chopping, inserting, blah blah blue blah blue. Get back to the editing vibe. Yep. That's his thing. I tried with editing. I can't do it with video. I'm a audio editor at heart. So But anyway, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. You got anything else to say?
Not really.
So.
I think we've said it all. Just stay safe and stay healthy. And that's become kind of a cliche. People are tired of hearing that. I know. But hang in there and just thanks for watching, guys. Yeah. And
if we're able to entertain you and keep you entertained and your mind off of the bullshit around the world, then we've done our job. And hope you liked it. So and of course. as I say every week and all the time, and this time is no different, but I can tell it to you, and not just say it to you. I hope everybody out there in YouTube world has been pop cultured. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Whenever that may be, we'll let you know. Follow us. And that's how you do it. Peace out!